I saved this one for last, and I always save the one if there's somebody who makes honors choir for last. Honors choir is a huge audition. There were over 1,300 seniors from the state who auditioned. Okay, only 20 sopranos made it. Only 20 altos made it. 20 of each part. She was one of them that made it. Okay. Katie Campbell has been around for 4 years. Started off in various voices and worked her way up. Has had voice lessons, done several things. Parental-wise, her parents have been there through thick and thin, from the beginning, from the New York trip, all the way to the end where there wasn't any trip. But they have been there thick and thin, Great Wolf Lodge, everything. Katie's got a voice like many of these, like an angel. She is very dedicated in her singing, and she takes it very seriously. There are many people who like to sing, but Katie loves to sing. Katie will shut the door, and that's all she'll do, is sing, sing, sing. That's what got me through high school and all my problems with people teasing me and being the failure that the teacher said that I was going to be. That's why I tell these kids, you need to believe in yourself, because you will not be a failure. If someone calls you a failure and you believe that, it's not a good thing. You use that negativity that they put on you and do what I did. Turn it around, shove it in their face and say, and what? Okay? But Katie Campbell has come so far. The voice, and she's going to sing a little bit something for you in a second, but her voice is definitely one that you will remember. The last 4 years have been a blessing, and Katie, I do not know what I'm going to do. It's going to be rough without you being here. So thank you and Mrs. Campbell and Mr. Campbell for blessing me with that voice for the past 4 years. Something else that Katie did that I never thought would have been done. Katie was in the IB program, the International Baccalaureate program. And because she liked to sing so much, she dropped the program. Doesn't mean if you drop IB that you're not going to get into a school. She still got into a very high school with very high grades and was able to continue on with her AP classes. But when I heard that she dropped the IB program, I literally was like, are you sure? You positive? Just for singing? You sure? So for that to happen and for her to continue to have her love of music like that was truly my first blessing that I had this year, to know that she would come back. So Katie Campbell, thank you very much for the memories. I am going to allow her to come up and sing one song that deals with music.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, Miss Temple just spent a while. Is this on?
Miss Temple just spent a while being really sentimental, and I feel like someone has to be sentimental right back at her. So I just want to talk about a few moments that really stand out for me during my time at York High School and with the chorus department, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be able to relate. First one that's very memorable is before I was even in it. I sang a lot when I was little, but then when I got to middle school, I kind of stopped. But when I was in 8th grade, I wanted to keep doing it. And we were considering enrolling me in York High School for IB. And so my mom was like, let's go audition for chorus. And I went there, an 8th grader, really nervous, auditioning for intermediate. And she looks at me, walks out from behind the piano, grabs me and goes, relax, I'm not gonna attack you. Which has happened to probably all of us with Miss Temple at some point. And I left, instead of being kind of freaked out, I was thinking like, this is really cool. And I went to York because of this experience that I had in that one day. And that's what got me singing again. The the next moment is my sophomore year. I had been singing improperly over the summer and I just didn't have the right technique. And I lost my range. I couldn't hit like above a C. And I was freaking out, Miss Temple, I can't sing anymore, I can't sing anymore. And she basically went up to me again, grabbed me by the shoulders and went, relax! And she got a lady named Miss Root, who's a private voice teacher and has helped us out before, to come in and give me a lesson. And after about 2 minutes of listening to me singing, she was like, I know what's wrong. Know what's wrong with you. 2 minutes. And we signed up for voice lessons to fix my problem. 3 years later, she was the best voice teacher you could ever had, made my voice the way it is now. And that's just one of the many things Miss Temple gave me, the opportunity to work with people like her and Miss Root, and I can never repay that. And last moment that I want to share is actually just the whole 4 years that I've had here. One of my favorite things to do is watch Temple when she's directing us during concerts, because she gets so into it and does things like this and you have no idea what she's doing, but really you do. It's great. And as I've watched her interact with all of her different choirs and all of her different students over the years, I think it's crazy how it's literally her job to listen to us, but it's amazing at how much she listens to us. She has 100+ kids, and if any of us went up to her and wanted to tell her something, she would stop and she listens. And that's not common and that's not easy. You're not going to find that every class you go to. And so I just want to say thank you for giving me music, giving me skills, and just for caring about all of us, Ms. Temple. I'm going to sing a song called Thank You for the Music by ABBA.